I really had an amazing childhood, but there was an aspect of it where I felt like speaking up was dangerous. I found drumming as a way to speak. When I play, it's like I feel like I'm heard. So I think that's why I gravitated towards drumming.
The magnitude of your personality is able to be expressed. Whereas, like, if you're saying, people are not really allowing you to speak, it's like, there's so much of me in here, I gotta get it out.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Random Riffs podcast, brought to you by Jam Hut Studio. I'm your host, Peter Karras. Our mission here with Random Riffs is to provide a platform for original local musicians to showcase their greatest hits. And a big shout out to our team, The Weekly Wanderer, Connor O'Sullivan, covering all your live local performances, updates, and Ali Sun with Honey Lux Production. Ladies and gentlemen, he can hold a beat while blindfolded. He's featured in 3 bands and counting for his drumming capability, and he gives out lessons. Make sure you book him. Don't miss out on one of the best in the game. Here we have Alex Kaufman.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the pod, man. First repeat guest.
Oh, that's awesome.
My man.
Happy to be back here.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. So when did you get into music? At what age?
Yeah, I was 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's been 20 years already.
Oh my gosh, dude. And what allowed you to perfect your skills? I've heard you play drums, and it's like nothing else, man.
Oh, thanks. It's just a process. It's practicing all the time, and it's a whole journey, of just failure and just keep on grinding through it, studying with a lot of people, playing with a lot of people.
Wow. How many hours would you say that you invest a day?
At least like 2.
A day.
Yeah.
Wow. This
But
builds over time. So
I should do more, but yeah, it's like, as you get older, it gets busier, but...
In the beginning, how long would you say you were
I would say like 5 to 6 hours, yeah.
Why drums?
Dang.
Yeah, it's a good question. I really had an amazing childhood, but there was an aspect of it where I felt like speaking up was dangerous. So I think I found drumming as a way to speak it, right? So like when I play, it's like I feel like I'm heard. So I think that's why I gravitated towards drumming.
The magnitude of your personality is able to be expressed. Whereas like if you're saying, people are not really allowing you to speak, it's like there's so much of me in here, I gotta get it out.
Exactly.
So
were you shy as a kid?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was shy for sure.
Okay.
That's really cool, man. And this allowed you to kind of really reach out and touch people in a way that's more profound than words. And honestly, I truly believe that, especially with just all music. But I'm curious, did you start with drums or did you, what did you start
I started with trumpet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
4th grade, yeah.
Holy cow, dude. So you were in, was that in music like a band?
Or just
was
like
it just
regular, school band.
Okay. Did you guys perform any, big performances in the school?
Yeah, just the regular, concert. I did NYSSMA actually for a couple of years.
That's like the varsity for music, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah, NYSSMA is like a very prestigious program for gifted musicians in school, correct?
Yeah, it's just, you like perform a solo in the spring, you have to learn your scales, you do sight reading, it's a whole...
Do you feel like starting with the trumpet helped you play the drums in any way?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I picked on trumpet pretty fast for some reason. I don't know why, but I switched to drums, percussion in 9th grade, and all of my friends at trumpet were like, "You're a traitor!" like, why did you switch? And then I just, I started taking drum lessons at 13. I just fell in love with it, and I switched in school, and I really wanted to be on the snare line in high school marching band, but they gave me the quads. And I was like this really skinny kid, and I had these 4 drums and like that
heavy ass freaking.
Yeah, it was so heavy. I remember that summer, like the drums were like digging into my back.
Right.
Like that whole week was just, oh man.
You ever see Drumline?
Yeah.
Did that inspire you at all?
He probably felt that guy's pain.
I actually saw the movie after high school. So,
oh really?
Yeah, ironically, yeah.
I'm curious. When you first started doing drums, where did you find the space to play drums without like being a nuisance? Because that's one of the loudest freaking things.
I have to thank my parents and my sister. They were saints. You know, I practiced in the basement of my house.
I was thinking
the walls were shaking, and,
so
and
weird.
they just like really supported me.
Gosh, dude. I mean, it's so tough, especially when it's like, you know, people are like, you know, everyone's got their own life going on, and like you have that kind of just
Support.
you know, noise in the background sound sort of from another room. It's gonna kind of like maybe like noise. So it's like, oh my gosh, you know, that is a lot of support, honestly. That's
So
really
what were you
cool.
listening to at that time when you started playing drums? Who inspired you?
It was Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know. At the time, Dan California came out.
Stadium Arcadium?
Stadium Arcadium, yeah.
Cool. Chad Smith?
Yeah, Chad Smith is a huge. Also, The Police, big Stuart Copeland fan. Dave Matthews Band. Yeah, when I was a junior in high school, Big Whiskey and the Ku Klux Klan came out. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine, 311.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So did you have anyone inspire you? Was anyone in your family? I mean, so you're basically saying that you've been musically inclined most of your life.
Yeah.
Did there, like, when you decided, all right, I'm going to take this on, like, I'm not just doing something for school. I want this to be like a real thing for me now. Did you decide, like, because someone was in your family that kind of inspired you to get in there? Or was it still from that kind of, I need to express myself, I want people to know who Alex is?
Yeah, I mentioned this the last time when I was with Grant.
Shout out Noah.
Yeah, to Noah. I think my dad was my first music teacher because as a baby, he would put me, you know, on his lap and be like, "Hey, this is what Ringo's playing in the song." He would like tap the beat, you know.
Wow.
You kind of like take my hands and start like, you know, like tapping along and then it was really more of like an experience I had that like made me want to pursue music full time and drumming. It was Christmas Eve. I was at my friend's house, and he started playing guitar, and he got this like free Gretsch drum set. So he was playing, and then I went and just jammed along with him. I was playing the most basic beat, but I had the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Because you realized you could do it.
Yeah,
It sounded good, right?
You found a rhythm?
And my father like peeked into the room and was like so happy to see how happy I was, and he bought me a drum set right away.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister.
Okay. And what role did she play in this? Was she supportive? Was she like, would you say, like, annoying?
I think she supports me now, but I think back then she was very annoyed.
She's probably like, he's taking up like some of my attention, right? Because you're like really getting. When did you start really getting into it and like looking and sounding good?
Well, it sounded good. I don't know. I'm pretty hard on myself with that. But getting really into it, I would say when I first started taking lessons, I was 13, and it feels like a calling for me. It's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Rhythm.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's so cool, man. Listen, you know, in life, there's so much going on, and rhythm and time is so important. So it's definitely a profound thing to have picked.
And now you've been playing for 2 decades. So what piece of advice or words of wisdom would you give to an aspiring young drummer now?
That's a good question. I would say to play with as many people as you can and play in as many situations, whether it's like you're playing, you know, for like a musical at a high school in the pit, or you're playing at a bar, or you're doing record. Like there's so much you could do. It's really about making connections and being able to play all styles.
And you're a man of your work because you do all that. How do you juggle all these different projects?
It's Google Calendar.
I mean, and ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I mean, this guy is saying he was very shy, and this allowed him to bring out so many more qualities that now he's got something to talk about, and he's got the presence to be able to talk because he's putting himself in so many uncomfortable situations, being on the stage, drumming for people, having to be held accountable. The responsibility draws out your ability to just be more present for yourself in life. So definitely, if you're ever thinking about any musical instrument, this is a prime example as to why it would be a good idea for you to just get started, you know. But yeah, back to what he was asking. What is one thing that you would tell people besides, you know, it's good for networking, it's good for connections? Is there anything else that that you think comes out of that just is fulfilling to you, even on a spiritual level, you know?
Yeah, I would say also like writing music yourself, like try to create the music that, you know, that like is fun, you know, like I've created music where it's like these are the drum groups I want to play, and it's not for like I'm not like covering a song. Like you also got to like feed your soul.
Absolutely.
Your creativity. It's important.
I totally agree with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if someone listened to music without knowing it was you, what's one thing you'd hope they recognize to think, oh, that's uniquely Alex?
Oh, that's a good question. I would hope that it's like introspective and.
Do you have a signature style? Would you say?
I would say meditative or. It's a good question.
It's a tough question to answer. I think for any instrument actually, to have a signature, you know, to something that's I honestly I don't, you know enough to be able to answer that myself. Actually, that's a great question. But yeah, you know what? We'll get back to that one.
Yeah, I would say dynamic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So how many bands are you actually in? Was I right?
It was 10.
Oh my
gosh,
what?
guys.
It might be 11. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, I was shooting pretty high, but
how did we get you tonight? Thanks for squeezing us in.
It's all on the calendar, yeah.
Wow, that is. Hey, listen! Shout out Google Calendar. You know, listen.
We want you on the pod.
No, we don't watch it. No, but so did you play anything else?
Yeah, I actually took piano lessons for a couple
Piano
of years.
also has rhythm to it.
Yeah.
So how far did you get into that?
Only a couple of years, and then I stopped.
Would you say if you had to play piano right now, that you could like make something up, or is that like just not in the?
I can make it up. Yeah.
You could mess with it. Do you remember chords? Do you play?
Yeah, I went to Nassau to get my associate's degree, and you know it's like a requirement to take piano 1 through 4, and I loved it.
Did you go there for music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, dude, that's freaking awesome. Did you ever pick up the guitar?
I have, and then I put it back down.
Did you play it at all? Were you ever into it?
You know, I tried for like a year, and it just
wasn't for you.
Drums is so much more fun.
Nice.
Would you say that drums has an impact in other areas of your life?
That's a good question.
On an emotional level, anything. You know, I mean, there's so many different dimensions to a personal experience.
It's my way to emotionally regulate. It's my therapy.
That's so crazy, man. Listen, honestly, out there's so many people that have an issue with emotional regulation, and to have access to something that just always puts you back into harmony.
Are you a spiritual guy or a religious guy?
Yeah, I'm open to both. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you're playing and you're in that flow state, where is your mind? What do you feel like?
Could you explain it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
The best gigs or the best shows are when I'm not thinking. I'm just in that flow state, like you said. I feel like you're just channeling God.
I love that, dude.
Or the universe. You know, it's a very like.
Have you ever been playing where you're in that flow state and then you realize, oh wait, he's in that flow state too. The bass is in that flow state. We're all connected on the same wavelength at the same time.
Yeah.
Those are probably super rare moments, but I'm sure if they happen, you probably feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't happen every show, but when it does, it's really like remarkable.
You almost dissolve.
I can't think of anything else in life that's equivalent to that feeling.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you describe one of the best gigs that you've played where maybe you felt that moment?
Yeah, it was when I first started playing. We played this fundraiser at Lindenhurst High School.
Who was this with?
The band was called Bad Juju at the time.
Okay.
And we were a trio, and my drum teacher like put this together, so we were like opening for his band. and it was like my first like big show. It was like 1,000 people. It was like a big auditorium, and we were covering Knights of Sidonia.
Oh, okay.
By Muse.
Yeah, yeah.
And my friend, the guitarist, he had a wireless. So during like the end of the solo, he like runs into the crowd, and it was just like a very like rock star, like wow, that was so cool kind of moment, and like a lot of people I knew were there, and like it's like you just feel like a rock star.
Yeah, and you had a front row seat to it from behind the kid, right?
Yeah,
so the whole crowd and him running out there. How were you in high school at the time?
I think I was in 8th grade actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is awesome, dude. Honestly, it's really cool that you're saying that basically like it just almost removes a part of life that just is intolerable to feel. And now that brings me to the question. Do you feel like you are a part of the elevation or the limitation in the process of playing the drums? Or do you feel like when you're doing your thing, it's just happening? Like it's almost like you're not like.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think if I let go and not worry about how I sound, and I just have fun and play from the heart, then that's when you can have the best impact on the audience. And like on the music and with the people you're playing with, if you're just present. It's easier said than done.
It's hard to do that because the mind is always going to be like, you didn't do that right. You didn't do that right.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that's why it's kind of crazy to say, well, I've become so good, but it's like, I'm not present when I'm doing the best. It's almost like God, like you said, you're channeling God.
Yeah.
To let go, let God, like that's amazing. Like
well, I think for me, what helps is, I've gone to, I've seen like my friends play or like other local bands play, and then maybe the drummer makes a mistake or someone makes a mistake, and then I look around.
You're the only one that noticed.
No one got hurt.
Yeah.
That's so true.
No one had to go to the hospital. No one got arrested for making a mistake. Like that's not really something to worry about. Like everyone's just enjoying themselves, and to like let go of that perfectionism,
Wow.
It could be very like. Also, that's easier said than done, but I think like reminding myself of that helps me to let go.
Nice. We're talking about perfectionism.
That's so
Do you have
cool.
a favorite drum
That's
part
really
or like
cool.
a perfect drum part in a song of someone else's that you had wish you had written?
Oh wow.
I feel like I know what you're going to say, but I want to know.
Perfect drum part. Yeah, I haven't really focused on like writing a certain drum part.
No. What I'm asking is there a drum part from one of your favorite musicians that you've heard and you love and
a drum
you
solo.
wish, I wish I had written that?
Yeah, I would say Driven to Tears, The Police, Stuart
Okay.
Copeland.
All right, cool.
But,
I thought you were going to say number 41.
Oh, actually, I changed my answer. Yeah.
Shit.
Number 41 is amazing.
Nice.
It's iconic. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
Heck yeah. If there was one thing that you had to say is like the worst part of the process of learning the drums.
The worst part.
I mean, listen, in the beginning, let's be real. It wasn't all just peaches and cream,
That's true.
right? You probably got your freaking, like, is any of that movie where the guy's like freaking trying to like learn the drums and he's like bleeding and he's like, is
Yeah.
any of that real? Is that true?
Talking about Whiplash?
Yeah, and Whiplash.
He knew how to play the drums, bro. He was in a prestigious school.
What I'm trying to say is like, is
Yeah.
any of that really true? Like, is all that like suffering that kid had to like go through and just like really just like, smash your head against the wall, like type shit.
My only thing with Whiplash is that they got that part wrong with like the technique. It's like you don't play faster by like holding the sticks tighter and like going through that like bleeding process. That's not how you get faster on the drums. It's the opposite. You have to be relaxed.
I love this. See, this is
So,
literally like
yeah.
you just like debunked that whole like thing. That's you see.
Yeah, that's my only like critique of that movie. Like I think like telling the story was and like the whole tension and like
I understand.
was great. It was great storytelling, but like the technique part they got They just over exaggerated.
They probably did that because they need some sort of emotion to be elicited, right? Like they need to over dramatize, or else people are gonna be like, no. But like actually, so you're saying you need to be more meditative. You just need to let it flow.
You relax, and I think of playing the drums. It's like you're dribbling a basketball. It's like the basketball is not glued to your hand, and then you bring it back down, and then you gotta pick it back up. It comes back on its own. Same when you play drums, like the stick has a rebound off of the surface and it comes back to you. You just you're guiding that rebound when you're playing.
Wow. Okay, yeah. That probably also feels really rewarding because it's like just that rhythm that's kind of just created where it's like bouncing off. So, what is the worst thing you had to deal with growing as a drummer when you first began?
The worst thing.
Like the thing that we just like, I wish I didn't have to deal with that.
The worst thing, it's
blisters.
Yeah,
I loved it so much.
Many calluses on my hands. I think it's like part of it, like building your technique, and it's like a new thing. I would say like listening back to yourself and like not liking how you sound. That's like the worst part of it.
That's so true.
Like you might think that you were so tight, and you listen back, you're like, that's how I sounded. Like,
you're like, I felt so good. Yeah. Dude, I know how that feels. Whenever I do the random riff on the pod, I'm always like, it felt so freeing. It felt so good. I was terrified, but it felt like I thought it was amazing. And then I listen back and I'm like,
Really? I feel like half the time I listen to it, I'm like, it's okay. And then when I see it in person, I'm like, it's okay. And then I hear it, I'm like, it's amazing.
What? Okay, shout out Jam Hut. If you guys are looking to book, Brian has incredible equipment here, and he's doing really good with everything that he records. So I appreciate that, Lou. Thank you, man.
You put out an album last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Want to talk about that? And
sure.
What was the story behind it?
Yeah.
Was it a personal album, or was this a collaboration with people?
I collaborated with people. So my father was diagnosed with glioblastoma, stage 4 brain cancer.
Oh my God, dude, I'm sorry, bro.
In May 2019. So when we got that, diagnosis, I really felt all of my time was bonus time, that I had left with him because he was going to be gone within months. So,
my gosh.
So I recorded all of my conversations with him. Then after he passed, I started just like writing music to it, and it was like I was like scoring my experience, and it was a way to process my grief and to really like process what just happened. It was really, really hard time for my family and I. So
wow, dude!
Shout out to Zach TK Zangi. He's the one that helped me put it together. He produced the whole thing with me, and he helped me really like get to the finish line. It wouldn't have been released if it wasn't for him. He just was so patient and loving and very supportive through that whole like process. I would like go to his apartment or to his studio and work on it, over the course of like the next few years.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. It was a whole process, and like there was a lot of setbacks too. I even like lost all of it at one point. Like my hard drive crashed, so I spent $2,000 to get it sent to a company in LA to recover the files,
and they came back.
And
you must have been like, thank God.
Yeah,
dude, that's
$2,000.
Yeah, like those kind of things. It's like, oh man, I need to like.
It's priceless. You needed that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure your dad is very proud of you for that, and you were able to extract a very, very important meaning that means so much. I mean, that instead of it just being something that just like weighed you down, it built you up, which is rare.
Do you want to be a father one day?
That's a great question. I've been on the fence recently about it. To be honest, yeah. I don't know. It's there's so much I want to do in terms of like traveling and going on tour, and I'm very on the fence about it.
It will weigh you down, most likely, and it's kind of it's trouble because it's if you're trying to really, and I see the way that you're playing, and I'm just so masterful. You want to kind of soar and open up your wings.
It would
any relationship.
Being a father would make it a million times easier and better. I promise you.
Okay, hey, we got some contrast on the podcast.
Yeah, because I'm a dad and you're not, so I can speak on this.
I'm just saying that if he was in a relationship with another person, they may kind of get jealous when he's had to do certain things, like going on tour and just learning about his own skill set. I mean, I think relationship-wise, I think not that the kid would be a bad thing. I think that the relationship and the responsibility might kind of cut in.
Well, I would hope it'd be with the person he's in a relationship with.
Obviously, but I'm saying, you know, in any relationship, it's sort of kind of like...
I think it's the most rewarding thing for you as a man to become a father. And I think that if you ever become a father, if and when you're lucky enough one day, you won't regret a minute of it.
I love that. Honestly, I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes when you want to, you know, climb to a certain height, if you go, you know, light, you'll probably have a chance to go a little bit further. But at the same time, we don't know. I mean, I'm only saying this because I've heard this gentleman play the drums and he's got some skills. So if he's trying to take it to that next level, okay, so this is a question I have for you. Could you see yourself on Billboard?
On a Billboard?
On Billboard's top 100 or top 10 even. And if so, how soon? Because once you gain momentum at something, you know, you could close the gap.
Okay.
What would get you there?
Yeah.
How long you think? I'm asking you 10 questions now.
Okay.
Pick one.
I could see myself for sure. I'll give myself 5 years.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that. What do you think it would require to get on there, to make that hit?
Well, I play with a lot of talented people. I'm very fortunate. And I think one of them, within 5 years, will hit it. I have full confidence. And for me, I have to keep on getting better at the drums and practicing and posting content and playing along to music. I haven't really done that. Post content with me playing along to certain songs. So that's like my next step is that.
But the center of it all, what would you say the center of it all would be?
I think the center of it would be praying and meditating on that.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like being open to that and realizing that like it'd be a great thing, like that it is possible.
Yeah, lean into what you want to see happen for you, what you want to see show up in your life. Yeah, and just kind of like hold that space and say, you know what, it will happen. Mm-hmm. And then you'll sort of stumble your way. You may even make a mistake that actually was the breakthrough.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you're touring a lot with how many different bands this summer?
I'm going on tour with one band, Mr. Rooster, in July. And
shout out Mr. Rooster.
Yeah. We're going down the East Coast. We're going to play in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, West Virginia.
We'll have to give you some stickers.
Wow, dude.
Tag.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be cool.
Sweet.
That is
Greensboro,
so cool.
South Carolina. We're playing Ohio.
What?
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Wow,
and then on the
man.
island, you're with Comcoast, and you're with Noah and Grant the Band.
Grant the Band, yeah.
Shout out Grant the Band for hooking me up with this awesome t-shirt.
And where can people find your music?
It's on all streaming platforms.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I'm actually playing a wedding in Tuscany, Italy
No kidding.
in August.
Nice.
And
It's going to be hot.
yeah. Shout out to Logan Whaley for getting me on that.
Awesome.
Shout
man.
out Logan.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's
Me,
exciting
him, Andrew
stuff.
Pomerantz, Mike Rad.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be
Who's
fun.
wedding?
Ryan from he was one of like the organizers in Statfest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Stankfest.
No, Statfest.
Oh, at the
summertime
okay.
all the time. They had it at Salt Shack, but they stopped. They stopped a couple years ago.
Okay.
But it was a really cool festival they had.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's so dope, man. That is, I mean, you must be psyched about
I'm really
going
excited.
to Italy, man.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the heck? I mean, and also touring. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like in certain ways, like that's right there. Like that's the dream. But keeping in mind that obviously keeping it at your pace, right? You're a percussionist. It's rhythm, right? So you're going at a pace where you keep love the most important and don't worry about all the things that you want to materialize. Loving the craft will keep you centered in saying, why am I doing this? Because I just love to do it. Like this is my soul, right? I mean,
yeah, I think it sounds corny, but like life's too short to not do it. That's what I've learned from losing my dad. It's like tomorrow's not guaranteed. He was like really healthy, and then just like the whole world, flipped upside down. So you just have to go after it. Tomorrow's not
promised.
Tomorrow's not promised. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Beautiful. Well said.
Wow, man. It's beautiful that you've turned that into the ignition that will be why you close that gap. So thank you so much, man. And so what?
Yeah. I do want to give a few shout outs.
Go ahead.
Yeah. On the album, Matt Barba at Refuge Recording. I tracked drums there. So he played a very big part. Todd Levine for mastering the album. Pramy Russell Tubbs for playing flute and saxophone. My friend Zach Kirstenmaid playing Santa bass. My friend Tom Costa playing bass on a few tracks. Will Atanzio played guitar on a few tracks.
Shout out, Will.
Yeah, it was such a creative process. I'm grateful for everybody involved. And
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Amazing, dude. Amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of the pod, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate it, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Kaufman, everybody.
Hi, this is Alex Kaufman, and this song is called Home.
He's got to drink lots of water today and flush out this dye. Okay, today and tomorrow. He's got to keep the bandage on for a couple hours. He didn't want to clot over there, but he finally. I did it, right? Where is he? Should have gone with him.
Go.
Too late. Are you going there?
Yeah. This is Alex Kaufman, and this song is called Wise.
So
seems like happiness is a concept you've agreed to put off to the future.